Hello, you're listening to It's Never Too Late. I'm Megha Upadhyaya and today we have Jibin Abraham with us. Jibin, say hi to your listeners.
Hey everyone, I'm really very excited to be a part of this podcast.
So are we. Okay, I should tell our listeners that Jibin became musically inspired when he heard Jason Mraz performing I'm Yours at Outside Lands Festival 2009. Right, Jibin?
Oh, you knew about that?
Of course.
Okay, so there's an interesting thing to that. Actually, I was 13 years of age when I got my first guitar, and I literally fell in love at the first sight. So that's when it all began.
Wow, this is impressive. Okay, so Jibin, we know that you strive to use music to change the world and change things for better. So let our listeners know a little bit more about yourself.
Okay.
Okay, so when do you write a song? How much focus do you put on intended audience?
Okay, so truly speaking, I don't much care about the audience while writing a song. So I don't want to sound rude. So there's a reason behind that, because for me, writing a song means writing down my true experiences and true emotions. And by molding it according to my audience's demands, will simply destroy all of its trueness, right?
Right.
So what I believe is that there are plenty of listeners with different moods. So I just look for some people who actually connects to the pure emotions the song has. And this depends on the mood of the listener. At some moment of their life, they find it really interesting. So that works for me.
Wow, so it's like your songs are emotion oriented and you're very true to your songs.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, I appreciate your loyalty.
Thank you.
So how do you know when your song is done and it's time to stop revising and put it down?
Oh, well, it is a never-ending process for me. Like, I try to write everything I have in my mind, but at the same time, it is also not possible to write an essay, right?
Of course.
So, yeah, I try to make my song to be in between like 3 minutes to 3 minutes and 45 seconds. So, basically, I always have to compromise with that.
Wow, so we can expect your songs to be around 3 to 3:45 minutes, like most of the time. You just follow that
Yeah,
path.
yeah, pretty much most of the times. Yeah.
Wow. So, Jibin, it must be nerve-wracking, when you have to avoid using the same words, rhythms, patterns when you write. Is it?
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. So let me just tell you about the process. Is it fine?
Yeah, completely. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So firstly, I work on some pieces on my guitar, figure it out. Then I go with the chord progression, and depending on my mood, obviously, and the tune of the progression, I choose a topic that's super random.
Okay.
So then I write some points on the other side of the paper, which are used to, create some thoughtful lines or words in the song. Then I do some run through, look for some variations, and if I like it, I move further writing more lyrics to the song. Like, I don't believe much in the rhyme scheme, but it should mean and sound good both at the same time.
Well, this is impressive. So your process really seems like a formal one. So did you ever study songwriting formally?
No, never in my life. I never studied songwriting or singing in my life. So I usually say this to my friends. I don't know why, but I do. I'm a good observer. So I like observing like legendary artists like Bruno Mars for the way he writes his song. It's just unbelievable. Justin Bieber, I love the way he delivers his lyrics.
Absolutely.
John Mayer, oh man, come on. I just love his voice. The texture in his voice is just unmatchable. So yeah, I learned from them and it's interesting.
Of course, they have to be on the top of your list every time. So
Yes, obviously.
Jibin, tell us what is the worst bit of advice you have ever received regarding your songwriting?
Okay. Okay, so this happens with me a lot of times. Like, usually some people after see me perform comes to me super randomly and say you should really do some ghazals and sufis.
Oh
I
wow.
mean, yeah. I mean, like, I love ghazals, but only to listen, not
Mhm.
performing it. I never thought of it, but they just don't ask you; they just order you to do it.
Right.
And when I say no to them, they just really get pissed off, like super strong.
I remember
Yeah,
being very hard, after a concert or something, then you actually wait for someone to come up to you and appreciate you, and then someone just asks you to shift to Sufis and ghazals and just sing for them.
yeah, it's
That's
like
not really
total.
how it.
Yeah, it's like total disappointment.
I agree. I agree. So thank you so much, Jibin, for having us.
Okay, thank you so much, Megha, for having me here. It was very lovely.
Okay, so you can connect to Jibin on YouTube or go over to his Instagram and just talk to him. He's very polite and he's very loyal.
Yeah,
So
that's what I'll say.
you're loyal to your friends and fans, in fact.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much, Megha.
Thank you so much, Jibin. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next season. Till then, stay tuned.